Hey again, spooky friends. Today I'm going to show you how I use third degree, which is a two-part silicone modeling and casting compound. And this sets in about 3 to 5 minutes and cures completely in about 10 minutes. So the packaging comes with two parts, or two compounds, A and B. And you have to mix, the ratio is 1 to 1, so you have to mix equal parts to make the perfect mixture. So what I did is I did maybe about a little bit more than a quarter of the way for each plastic spoon that I had, and I do notice now that I may have had a wee bit too much of compound A. So it's really easy to mess this whole thing up. You know, a little bit too much of one could completely mess up the mixture, and your mixture wouldn't start setting until way later. So now I'm just mixing the two compounds and trying to get them to a more dense consistency, enough so that it's not runny like it is right now, but just enough so that it's kind of like a malleable booger, so to speak. So this process could feel like it takes forever. For me it took about maybe 4 or 5 minutes for it to start settling a little bit, and once I was happy with the consistency and I was able to work with it, I started molding it onto the back of my hand. So what I did was I laid it kind of flat onto one part of the back of my hand, and then I kind of angled my applicator spatula so that it could make a little mound of the mixture on top and in the middle. So as you can see, it's a little more prominent where I spread it out and where I didn't spread it out, and just kind of shape it into whatever shape you want your injury to be, whether it be a cut or some little bumps, I suppose, or you know, even something that simulates a burn. And what I just did was I took the other end of my spatula and I basically gave myself a little slit right in the middle of the most prominent part of where I set the mixture. And now it did harden a little bit more, started to cure a little bit more, so I just went back in with the other end of my spatula. Now smoothing out the edges is very important, and that's what it's going to look like. You know, you can't see much right now, but that is it when it's sort of curing. And now once it's cured, you can kind of see that the more prominent part, like where it looks a little smokier on my hand, it did I guess smoke out a little bit more. So what I did was I just took some fake blood and I spread that over the center of the cut, and then I took a stippling sponge and caused a little bit of irritation and a little bit of I guess spatter. So I'm just dotting a little bit more of that blood and also using the stippling sponge once more. I am taking the primary colored palette from Maron, and it's just, I believe it's grease based. So I'm taking some yellow, black, and a little bit of the white and mixing all of those together to make a sort of mustardy yellow almost. And I'm dotting that along the sides just to cause, or to make it look like there was some infection, make it look a little more gross, so to speak. And just did that until I was happy with it. And now taking some more of that fake blood, I'm adding it to the center. If you want to create some type of blood clot, I would also suggest using some gel blood, but here I was pretty happy with how it came out, just stippled it a little bit. I hope you guys liked it, and thank you for watching.